Suppose I said I've been fighting off a man. A very rich, attractive man who only wants to take me to bed.
I'd care about you and this gentleman if I believe he existed, but I don't.
Blind.
That's what I have to tell you. My broker, he's part of the problem.
Then get a new broker, love.
Stupid.
My broker's 1,000 times nicer to me than you are.
Where did you get the coat, Delia?
I've never had anything that cost this much.
I want you back in the center of my life, Delia. It was much better with you there.
I want to be there, too. I never wanted to be anywhere else.
You lied to me, Delia.
Well, just a little bit.
Let's get back to a marriage based on honesty.
Would you loan me $50,000?
To starting over. No more lies.
We have to be straight with each other all the time.
You lied to me, Delia.
Just a little bit. Something wrong with the breakfast?
No, it's fine. I just don't have much of an appetite.
Let me get you some hot coffee at least.
I see Rice is down again this morning.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying not to let it bother me.
You know, I can't help wondering if you're getting good advice from your Mr. Fox.
I'm probably getting more than I need. I mean, it was much easier when all I had to do was read Maeve's mind.
Well, if you're that unhappy, why don't you consider changing brokers?
I can't. I mean, it's very complicated with Grimley and Fox now. I've done a lot of trading, and they've been very patient with me.
They?
Yeah, first Grimley and now Mr. Fox. So it makes it difficult to just walk out. Well, if you're finished, I'm going to clear away the dishes.
Mr. Grimley retired, didn't he?
Yeah. He just went on vacation and never came back. Things haven't been the same since.
And Fox is less than satisfying?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
What's he like in person?
Who?
And Fox.
I don't know. Seen one broker, you've seen them all, I guess. I mean, aside from the call me Dan routine and phone calls at midnight, I mean...
2 a.m.
Right. Well, aside from all that, I don't really know him. I mean, socially.
I see.
Hey, honey, why don't you take an umbrella? It's been raining off and on.
I'll see you later.
Hey, wait a minute. Have a good day.
You too.
Johnny told me I'd find you here.
Been looking for me?
Yeah, I'd like to describe a situation for you and have you give me your professional opinion, okay?
Trouble?
I hope not. Sheepshead Bay to see Anna Pavel. That's the lady that broke into Siobhan's engagement party yelling murder.
Right, the one whose husband disappeared and she blames Tizo.
Not anymore.
How come?
That's just it. Now, if I didn't know for a fact that the lady I saw yesterday was the same one I saw at the harbor side, I wouldn't have believed it. Well, they look alike, but beyond that, night and day.
What do you mean?
Liana Pavel that came to the harbor side was aggressive. She was angry. She was dead sure of herself. She was so angry she didn't give a damn what happened. Now, she said that her husband had done a job for Joe, a dangerous job, and he was promised $1,000. He only got half of it. And the last time that she saw him, he was on his way to see Joe to get the other half.
Jack, is this much of the story true? You sure of that?
Well, we know he went to see Joe and asked for the money. Siobhan was there. She saw him and heard him, and she saw him go in the kitchen with Joe. Now, Joe says that he gave him the money, gave him a hot lunch, and sent him on his way. Nobody has seen him since.
Well, is his wife called missing persons or something?
Apparently not. Interesting, huh? Yeah. Well, at the harbor side, she kept insisting that Tiso had had her husband killed.
Now, you said he works for Joe.
Yeah, but she says Joe takes his orders from his uncle.
That's not a new theory.
Yep. Anyway, now after she left the harbor side, both Joe and Tiso said that her husband, Pavel, was kind of a crazy guy, and he'd gone off like this before. And they said they were too decent to say it in front of his wife, but there are other women in the picture, too.
You don't buy it, do you?
I'm in no place to buy it. I'm just collecting information, but the Anna Pavel I saw yesterday bought it, or had her mind changed for. Bob, I'm telling you, it was weird. Now, this incredibly gutsy little lady just sat there, defeated, resigned.
Maybe she's drugged, Jack.
No, she says she takes medication for her heart, and it makes her behave strangely, but she wasn't taking it yesterday. Now, she said that she'd had it the night she came to the harbor side, and that's why she acted the way she did, and she was sorry about that. And she said she didn't expect to hear from her husband again.
Oh.
Some friends told her that he ran off with another woman.
Now, wait a second. What friends?
Yeah, that's a good question. She wouldn't say. Says it's too shameful. She has her son to think of. She doesn't want that kind of gossip about his father.
So you think she's being scared off?
How does it sound?
Oh, yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Plus, it goes along with what I found out about Tiso myself.
You found?
Yeah, Frank wanted me to check into it. Basically, it's what you came up with last summer. Nobody at the force thinks Tiso's retired. Half of them think that Joe's involved, the other half don't know. So Frank told Siobhan she blew a gasket, yeah. Still going ahead with the wedding, though.
Oh, damn it.
Huh?
What we need's a little time, that's all. I mean, if Pavel ran off with, well, a woman, it wouldn't be that hard to find out. I mean, he's got to have guys he worked with on the docks.
Yeah, and they've got to have short memories, too. Now, come on, Jack. Tiso is involved. You know, he's going to cover his tracks the same way he's always done.
And if Mrs. Pavel was scared off, that means they were expecting somebody to dig into it.
Right, which is going to mean a lot of trouble, maybe for Siobhan.
Oh, man, I hope that I'm not overreacting.
Well, I just hope the wedding went practically on top of us.
Yeah, you know we have to thank for that, don't you? Dear old Doff. Oh, listen, Siobhan's got a good head. She'd be willing to listen if it weren't for him. The way he's been carrying on. She's got to marry Joe now just to save face.
Well, who the hell introduced them in the first place?
Hi.
Roger?
I'm sorry. Is this better?
Yeah. How much longer do I have to stay in this getup?
At least 7 days, I'm afraid.
I don't believe it.
I'm sorry. I know it must be a particular torture for a person like you. Are you in pain?
My head.
Well, that's only a small part of what it'd be like if you weren't in traction, Ray.
What happened to me, Roger? Did I have a stroke or a seizure or a fit? What?
None of those things.
Well, what the hell was I doing wandering around in the middle of a street? Did I lose my mind?
There was an underlying cause, and Seneca will explain that to you.
Why, Seneca, you're a doctor.
But you're his case, and he's my boss, and he expressly asked to tell you himself.
That's terrifying. What is it? Is this some kind of disease that's just going to keep on getting worse as I go on?
Ray, I can assure you it's nothing like that. And I also doubt seriously that it'll ever happen again.
I'm not going to beg you, but Seneca damn well better get in here. Oh, I'm going to do what to him, right?
Well, if I know you, you'll manage something.
Damn straight. How are you?
Not too wonderful.
I missed you. I hope it's been worth it.
So do I, Ray.
What does that mean?
That means that Since both Delia and I pledged ourselves to renew our marriage based on honesty, and I forswore an extremely satisfying relationship with you, I strongly suspect that my wife has been lying to me.
What about?
I believe it has to do with her broker, Dan Fox of the famous Grimley and Fox.
Oh, yeah. I know the firm. Horace Grimley was a big supporter of Bill's. I knew him. I just barely met Mr. Fox.
Well, that's what my wife tells me, too. In spite of the appearance of a white mink coat, of a number of mysterious phone calls late at night, and the fact that they were seen having dinner at Lem's last night.
By whom?
By me. Of course, it could be perfectly innocent, considering the fact that Father Machine was there. But why did she lie to me about Dan?
Well, why haven't you asked her? That is what you want to do, isn't it?
Ray, you always read me so well. But confronting her right now might be a very bad mistake.
It'd be any worse than torturing yourself and her with your suspicions.
Delia does not respond well to frontal attacks. You see, lying comes naturally to her, and I don't want to invite any more. Lying was her only defense for years. And I can understand that because I had that failing myself.
I assume you lied to her about me.
I justified that by saying that our affair was over and done with. But I wanted to start over again from square one, and she agreed, and I don't think she's keeping up with her part of the bargain.
And you don't want to test it out or confront her?
Well, I guess I may be a little afraid. If anything has been going on between her and that little creep, I would be humiliated and I would be angry. It would take me a long time to get over it, but I could get over it. But if I find out that she's been breaking her promise to me, if I find out that she's been lying to me all along...
You're not gonna find out unless you ask her.
I guess you're right, I won't. I'll speak to her. What are you thinking?
Oh, just that if she has been, seeing someone else, she's more of a little fool than I ever thought she was.
Thank you. I'll check on you later.
Oh, please do. Let me know what happens. And if you see Seneca, tell him to get on the stick. Ooh. No. No, just tell him very politely that I am wild with anticipation.
No!
That's a terrible way to say hello.
Johnny, you're supposed to be taking care of yourself.
Well, look, Bobby, my heart has seen an awful lot of action lately, and it's doing very well, and I thank you very much. Look, Finelli, if you think I'm going to let you get away with this, you're crazy. None of this would be happening if you didn't introduce my daughter to your good friend Joe. Checks out clean, he said. Sure, legitimate business, nothing to do with his uncle. It's a hell of a time for you to be losing faith in the man.
Johnny, my opinion is not based on faith. It's based on a thorough investigation, not for Siobhan, for myself. And if I made a mistake, unlike you, I'd like to know about it.
If you made a mistake, of course you made a mistake, but it's nothing compared to the one Siobhan's about to make. And you're blaming me for that. Man, I'm the one who first saw Novak for what he is.
Johnny, if his uncle were the Pope, you wouldn't want Joe to marry your daughter. We don't know any more about him now than we ever did.
Don't you have eyes, man, huh?
Yeah, I got eyes. So does Siobhan. She also has a head, which she'd be more than willing to use if you kept your big mouth shut.
You see there, Bobby? He admits it. He's saying Siobhan shouldn't marry Joe.
Johnny, that's not exactly what he meant.
Oh, no? Oh, well, please, Jack. Tell me what you meant. I mean, explain it to me. So my small, simple, stubborn little mind can grasp it.
That may be impossible.
Why? Okay, now hold it. God, hold it. Now sit down.
What do you mean?
Sit down. Jack, sit down.
All right.
Both of you. Would you mind telling me what either one of you guys is trying to accomplish by this?
Not much. Look, Johnny, not that far apart on this. Maeve, Frank, Mary, none of us like what we saw at the Harborside. Tiso gave some answers. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. The fact is, she's marrying Joe. And if there's anything more to be found out about him, so far it hasn't come to light.
But that's supposed to make me feel good, huh?
Johnny, if it makes you feel any better, the guys down at the precinct came up with about the same thing.
Look, all I'm saying is I regret the day Novak first walked in my front door.
Yeah, and the day that I did.
You said that? I didn't, Finelli. You said it. Yeah, cool it.
Isn't this incredible? I forgot that when somebody gets married, they get presents. Yeah, right there. That's mine. All this stuff came out to the harbor side. I just couldn't wait to get it home for you guys to see it. Do you believe it? Can you imagine me keeping house with this stuff?
Some kind of house.
It sure will. Wait till you see what's in this. This box down here is a machine that beats and grates and chops and probably even makes the bed. I don't know. This one has the prize of them all. You are all cordially invited to a candlelight dinner. Of course, Joe cooks better than I do, but I'm really starting to feel like a bride. Oh, will you give himself my love and tell him that I'll call him before supper time?
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Thank
long.
you. Bye-bye.
Look, excuse me all, but there's nobody watching the store.
You know, I think I'd better unwrap this stuff upstairs. Mother doesn't need 50 pounds of gift wrap loose in the kitchen, huh? Will you guys help me bring the rest of them up?
Sure.
Yeah.
In a minute.
Yeah, sure, whenever.
Pure gold?
Yeah. That's something like $400 an ounce. Tiso's got some generous friends.
Yeah, Tiso does. Or Joe.
You look sensational.
You can't stay here.
Who are you calling, Roger? I don't think he'd understand.
My brother's supposed to be here any minute. I'm wondering why he's late.
No more lies, Delia. I think we've had enough of them.
I'm not lying. What are you doing?
Sure that we have no more interruptions? No friendly priests, no hunger attacks, no family parties, and no arrivals from husband, brother, or child. You know, I couldn't sleep last night thinking about you. Not a minute. I couldn't even sleep a wink.
Well, maybe it was the Chinese food.
You're wonderful. Funny, and you're beautiful. You're a complete original. I've never known anybody like you.
This is impossible now. You can't.
You know how I don't like that word. Nothing is impossible if you want it enough.
Well, I don't. I mean, not here and now.
But you will. Remember, our relationship didn't happen by force. You were wonderfully agreeable.
Well, that was before.
Yeah, before you and Roger decided to get back together again. I know. But don't you see? That happened because of us. You had no self-esteem. You were feeling undesirable. Because he was seeing somebody else. You told me so yourself.
Well, we were having a bad time, but we're...
Yeah, but that was... We started making love then. And you blossomed. Roger responded. Then he realized that he didn't want to let you go. Delia, I was very, very happy to make that happen for you. But what are you going to do? Use me and then try to toss me aside?
I didn't mean for that. You've been very good to me, very generous.
No, please. Don't mention the money you owe me or the note that I hold on Ryan's. That's all business. That's totally separate. What's between us is personal. I care about you so much. And I know that somewhere you still care about me, too.
Oh, it's not that. I just can't make love to you here. It wouldn't be right. I could never do that.
Never say never, love.
Delia?
A new original reality series on SoapNet. Mom and Dad are moving in for a financial intervention. It's a matter of life or debt. Bank of Mom and Dad. All new Wednesday at 10, only on SoapNet.